everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this pick a card reading. This particular pick a card is for love. It could be romantic relationships. It could be familial connections. It could be about a friend. I mean, whoever it is that you feel a connection to and you're inquiring about, that is what we're going to peer into today. What we want to find out, though, is what is it that they think you feel? Okay, because sometimes people assume you feel a certain way, and they could be right, it could be wrong. But what we want to look at today is what do they think you feel? Okay, so whoever your person is. So if you haven't as of yet chosen a crystal or a card on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below in the comment section and in the description box in order to go to that portion of the video where you can pause where necessary, take as much time as you need to choose your card or your crystal during that silent portion of what I call like a meditative pause, right? There's a picture clip and a video clip there to get a close-up look at each card and crystal. So let's say if during that time you feel led to pick more than one card or crystal on the table, please always listen to your intuition. That's always going to be highly encouraged here, to listen to that gut knowing or instinct and choose accordingly. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch at the upload time or sometime after, if you feel that you have this intuitive nudge to watch, if it's been placed into your awareness and you're feeling that tug, there could be a message here for you. Nonetheless, these readings are general, so I can't possibly expect to connect with every single person that watches. You all come from different walks of life and have different experiences, and because of that, if it doesn't fit, right, don't try to make it fit, because at the end of the day, it is a general reading. Love readings especially can have situations or things within the reading that feel kind of flip-flopped or vice versa. For example, I could say something that would describe your person while other bits might describe more about you. Again, situations, feelings that are described, scenarios can be flip-flopped, vice versa, interchangeable. Again, if it doesn't fit, also don't make it fit, because it's a general reading. So with all of that being said, Star Family, go ahead and choose your card and crystal on the table, and I will meet you at your reading. Pile number 1, viewers, you chose this lovely piece of strawberry quartz as your crystal. I don't know if you could see that. There we go. That is your crystal. This is your card. There is a message on the back of this. I will definitely incorporate this into the reading closer towards the end, kind of using it as your final oracle card. Just real quick though, before I get started, I don't know if you could hear that in the background. It is literally pouring, like raining, what do they say, raining cats and dogs, like literally right now that's what's happening. So if you hear that in the background, that's what it is. So I have the Victorian Romantic Tarot and I have the Romance Angels. So this reading is about your person, right? We want to find out what is it that they think you feel. So whether this is a friend, a family member, a love interest, a romantic partner, whatever the case may be, whoever your person is, right? We want to see what is it that they think you feel. Because sometimes people have assumptions. They assume that you feel a certain way, and that's really not the case, or maybe it could be the case. But let's see. What is it that your person, pile number 1, thinks you feel? We just need one card from the Romance Angel, and then I'll grab the tarot, okay? So let's see. What is it that they think you feel? Pile number 1, viewers, your person. Okay. Well, let's turn this over first before we grab... Oh, nice. Okay. I was going to say, let's turn this over before we grab the tarot. But it says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I have to wonder, pile number 1, viewers, if this is somebody new in your life or somebody that maybe you've met recently, and could be somebody that... I even want to say, okay, this could technically, because this is the feeling I got, this could be somebody you've known for a while, but maybe the feelings have switched or changed to something more, okay? Consider that. And if that's the case, then that is technically the stirrings of new love. Whether you've known them for a while or whether you met them, this is feeling like the feelings are blossoming, blooming, growing, expanding, okay? So whoever this person is, whether new or somebody you've known, it looks like feelings are turning to something more than, let's say, just friends, or something more beyond just a crush, if you see what I mean. There's something brewing there between you and this person. I also get the vibe that because we're asking about how they think you feel, right? It's kind of giving me vibes of they assume that you have feelings for them, or that you like them, or you want something with them, or that romance, or you're feeling the romantic energy, right? It's like this feeling of, I get the vibe, right, that you as a viewer, pile number one, like me, right? It's that kind of thing, that they like me. There's romantic feelings there. There's love underneath the surface. So yeah, it kind of feels like they think that your heart is open to them, or receptive to them in some way. Okay, so let's see, what do they think you feel? Pile number one, viewers, what is it that they think you feel? And also, real quick, the feeling this card is also giving is that if this is new, right, there's this tone of, it's new. The candle just went out. Darn it. And did I come prepared? Yes, I did. So let me switch this out. The feeling is also that they know it's new, okay? But even beyond the fact that it's new, they know that there's something there, that you feel something, even though the connection is new. That could be a little audacious, depending on the person, right? It could be a little like, oh, the audacity to think that for them to think that I like them, you know, that kind of thing. But I was feeling a little bit of an attitude for whatever reason. Anyhow. But let's see what we get from the tarot. This is interesting already, because I'm already like picking up on stuff. But let's see what we get from the tarot as far as what do they think you feel. Pile number one, viewers. What is it that your person thinks you feel? Okay. What do we got here? Oh, the Magician. The Four of Wands. Wow, okay. Oh, and the Five of Wands. Okay. So what this is telling me is that there is, okay, I'm just going to put it out right. There's magic here, okay? Between whoever this person is, there's some, I feel this is romantic, okay? Could be somebody that you feel an 11-11 connection with, right? Because we do have a Four of Wands here, so I'm just going to point that out right away. But the feeling that I got right away is the Magician is feeling very literal. There's magic here, okay? They think that you feel the magic too. So there's love brewing underneath the surface. They think that you're feeling that vibe, that you're feeling them the way they are feeling you. But there could be a conflict here. And remember when I said how I was like feeling like a little bit of attitude, like, you know, it could be coming from a viewer, right? Somebody watching this right now. But there's this feeling that I'm picking up of somebody like saying, oh, how the audacity of them to think, right, that, you know, to assume so much so soon, you know, even though this is new, right? And I think a little bit of that is coming from the Five of Wands, because it could be that maybe you do like them, right? But there's a little bit of a internal angst or struggle about the whole thing. Like maybe because it is new with the Five of Wands, some of you could definitely be kind of on the fence, or maybe you guys kind of butt heads. For whatever reason, I got the vibe real quick from the Five of Wands that, I'll give you the scenario. Remember how when you were kids and you would have, you know, a boy that liked you or a girl that liked you tease the hell out of you, basically, and just irritate the heck out of you, but it was because they liked you, right? I don't know if that is the scenario. That could be the case with the Five of Wands. There could be a little bit of that. I'm also getting the vibe of tension, sexual tension, possibly in this scenario with this new person. It's like, it feels like it's on the surface at all times, okay? Wands can be very passionate as an energy. And we do have the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands here. The Four of Wands is giving me the vibe that there is a connection, okay? There is a connection. Maybe you guys could be mirroring each other. I guess the Four of Wands, there, you know, you have two wands on one side, two wands on another. And when you look at the card, it kind of feels like the wands are mirroring each other in that situation. It feels like that's what you guys are doing. You're playing off of each other's emotions. There is a little bit of a sexual tension there, but there is a knowing that there is some magic underneath the surface of whatever it is you guys are feeling. But it could be that with the Five of Wands, somebody's avoiding it slightly, or on the fence about it, or feeling that tension, sexual tension build up, and it just keeps going back and forth. It feels like there's chemistry here. There's a true connection here. Could be possible, if you believe in this concept, could be possible to inflame or soulmate, kindred spirit connection, especially with the Four of Wands. But there's this tension building between you. The feelings are there. They assume that you like them, or you feel this way as much as they feel this about you. There is magic there. The Magician is indicating that there is some kind of desire to manifest something, create something, bring something about. That's exactly what the Magician does. He's what I sometimes call the energy of, I'm not just gonna sit here and watch things happen. I'm gonna go out and make things happen, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, I'm wondering if this is you or your person, but there's this feeling of also a question. Who's going to make the first move? Who's going to make something happen? Who's going to make this legit? Who is going to make the first move to solidify this? And I say solidify because of the Four of Wands. It is a foundation card. So who's going to make the first move to solidify this connection and relieve the tension or the angst that's here? Because it feels like things are building up. Something's got to come of it eventually, or happen of it eventually. I don't know what the strain is. I'm getting the vibe of a strain. I don't know what the strain is on the connection, and why it's like the Magician wants to bring this together, but you guys are mirroring each other too much, and there's a little bit of sexual tension and angst on the surface of this connection, but yet the feelings are there. They assume, or they think, that you want this as much as they do, that maybe you're on the brink of making it happen, and if you're not, they want you to. It kind of feels like they want you to, I'm hearing the word initiate, okay? Initiate this situation, initiate something, make that gesture. Okay, if you look at the card, he's handing a rose, so he's actually making that gesture. Maybe you're hoping that they would make the gesture towards you, but there's this feeling of somebody's got to make a move. Somebody's got to make this happen, because it's like, what are we doing if we're not making something of this? Like, why are we here, in other words? So it's this feeling of they think that you want this just as much as they do, but there's maybe some angst or struggle about the whole thing. Internal, external conflict could be about the whole thing. There is chemistry here, especially with all the wands on the table. And then the Magician, the way that it has the ability to create something. I feel like something wants to be made or had here between you. I think they want this, it's feeling like they want to manifest something with you. They want to make something of this. They don't want to just think about it anymore. They want to do something about the connection. But why? I mean, I guess I'm asking out loud, why is the Five of Wands here? Like, what is the problem, right? Why hasn't it happened already? It feels like. Yeah, I mean, the Four of Wands could definitely be sometimes a marriage card. I don't know if there's a marriage in the situation, or maybe somebody's already established in a connection already, and then this new person comes along, stirs the feelings, and then it creates like a tension there, or an angst in some way. But there's this feeling of wanting to make something happen. They know you want it too. they think you feel exactly the same way they do. It kind of feels like there's this feeling of it being obvious because it's always right on the surface, and they can feel it, they can sense it, and they know you do too. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, see if we can get a couple cards here, little oracle cards about this. What do they think you feel or assume you feel? Let's see what we got here. Oh, crisis and disappointment and transformation. Interesting. Crisis, disappointment, maybe that has something to do with, you know, it could be something that's a struggle or an unpredictable energy, because sometimes the Five of Wands, or 5 as a number itself, numerologically, right, can sometimes speak of change, instability, things that are unpredictable. Maybe they think that you feel that the situation is too unpredictable or unstable. There is some kind of issue, though, or problem, right, in this situation, that it's like needing to get or cross that bridge. But for whatever reason, here's the desire over here to bring it together or solidify it in some way, maybe even make it official and manifest this with you, because there's magic here. They think you feel the magic too. They think you want to establish something with them too. But you're conflicted. You're on the fence about the whole thing. Maybe you're afraid to get disappointed. Maybe they think that you assume that it's not going to work out, right? It could be that they think you're afraid of it not working out. And also, this transformation card is indicating that maybe something has to shift and change in order to allow this situation or scenario to go through with them. So what is it that needs to change, I wonder, because we're talking about transformation here. So maybe they assume that your status maybe has to change in order to allow them in. Maybe that's what they think you feel, that, oh, if things were different, if my status was different, or if I wasn't maybe in a relationship, for some of you, let's say, then, right, I don't want to cause any problems. They assume you don't want to cause any problems, perhaps, and that something has to shift in your situation first before you can move forward with them. Interesting. So I'm curious about the Five of Wands, so I'm going to take a playing card on it. Oh, okay, 2. This is the Jane Austen playing card deck, by the way. There's quotes on here. Sometimes they can relate to the reading, sometimes they don't, but they're just quotes from her book. So I will read them to you because they're fun. Oh, we have the Three of Swords, which is a 3-party situation card normally. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So maybe that's what it is that needs to shift and change. It's like this feeling of, they think that if you weren't, right, in a situation already, perhaps, that you would make something happen with them. Okay. Anyhow, it says, they praised the morning, gloried in the sea, sympathized in the delight of the fresh feeling breeze, and were silent. This is from the book Persuasion. It says, let other pens dwell on guilt and misery. Wow. Mansfield Park. That's awesome. Hey, there could, I mean, we're looking at crisis and disappointment, guilt and misery. It could be that if this is a 3-party situation, because we have a 3 of Swords, they think that, you know, you don't want to feel guilty and do anything that could hurt somebody or disappoint somebody, maybe, and maybe that's why you haven't maybe quite made it official or made a move, especially if there's somebody in the picture. But the, you know, the 3 of Swords can sometimes talk about that conflict of head and heart, so it's not always a 3-party situation, and you know, and sometimes a 3-party situation isn't always even a third person. It could just be an issue that somebody has, or a situation that they're in that just doesn't make, you know, love possible at this time, you know. But the 3 of Swords can definitely talk about conflict of head and heart, because normally the swords are piercing the heart. The swords represent the mind. The heart represents the emotions and the feelings, right? So if there's a conflict of head and heart, maybe you're on the fence, and I had said that with the Five of Wands, and it's just like the tension is building, the pressure is building. It's like, you know, and you're on the fence. They think that you're on the fence. You're just kind of like, not sure yet. That could explain why I think that they could be disappointed if nothing comes of this. Maybe they're hoping, I also feel with the transformation card, that something will change in order to allow this love in. The Knight of Cups definitely is trying to offer a cup of love, okay? And they're trying to approach. They always do travel towards something, whatever it is, usually that their suit is representing. So in this case, it's like traveling towards you and trying to offer a cup of love. So this person, I think, is trying to offer love. Again, I was feeling the vibe of like gesturing love with this card here, and then we do have the Knight of Cups, so it's kind of giving me vibes of that they're trying to come towards you, but you could be in a situation right now that's kind of like not allowing for it. They know this. They assume that your feelings are stirred the same way that theirs are, that if you weren't in this situation, if you weren't going through something, that you would definitely take them up on this offer. They're hoping that maybe your situation would change. They're also under the assumption that if something did change for you, that you would allow them in. Okay, so let's see what we got here from this card that you chose. Okay, it says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away. Okay, so that definitely does apply. This is feeling like there's the choices in your hands. Like that's kind of what this is saying. And they assume that you have the power, right? That this is your call is what this is giving me as well. They think that this is your call, that you're on the fence and you're not sure whether this is right for you or not. So they're thinking that you're kind of in between, you're on the fence, you're not sure. There's also a little bit of fear that comes from this. I'm feeling that they could fear that you could walk away at any time, that you could just say, forget it. You know, this is not for me. And it kind of feels like the ball is in your court. They think that the ball is in your court when it comes to this. Because it's like you have the power to walk away, say no at any given time. And that kind of leaves, I'm feeling vulnerability from that in a sense. So it kind of gives you vibes that they're feeling vulnerable because at the end of the day, they feel that the ball is in your court. And they might assume that, you know, truly, it's this feeling of they know the ball is in your court. And you might know the ball is in your court as well. And they know you know the ball is in your court. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1 viewers. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you in some way, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe as well to support this channel. Every interaction helps. And if you ever want to support my channel even more, consider visiting my Etsy shop. I have crystal jewelry there as well as personal readings when available. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to put any personal readings back up. I've been super busy with crystal orders. So as soon as I get caught up, I promise I will put more personal readings available back in the shop. So anyhow, this is your reading, pile number 1 viewers. Take care of yourselves, okay? Wherever you are, and keep shining. Pile number 2 viewers, you chose this gorgeous piece of citrine. That is your crystal. This is your card. There is indeed a message on the back of this, so I will make sure to incorporate this towards the end. It'll kind of act as your final oracle. We want to start first with the romance angels. We're going to be looking at your person. We want to find out what is it that they think you feel, okay, about them, maybe about the situation. So let's take a look. Pile number 2 viewers, what is it that your person thinks you feel? Whoa, you have 2. Oh, wait, no, you have 3. Okay. I'm going to pull this over. Ah, wow. No freaking way. And they all go together pretty much. Okay. We have the deception card. It says someone is wearing a false mask. Someone is wearing a false self mask in the relationship. Deception. It says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And then reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So, yeah, and they all flew out. So, what this is giving me vibes of is this person, they assume that you're not being honest about the way that you feel, okay? That you could truly be hiding your feelings from them, because this card oftentimes talks about that. But at the same time, it could be that you also feel deceived by them. They think that you feel deceived by them in some way. And if it's not that, then in some form or fashion, you might be hiding how you truly feel from them and not wanting to reveal that, okay? Over here with this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. It's like basically you know this person. Maybe you had a history with them. They think that you're the one, and maybe that you feel that they are the one too. And this over here is giving me vibes of that they think that you would want a reconciliation with them, that you would want to get back together with them in some way. This is what they assume. However, it could be that if there was some hurt, deception, lies in the situation, that might be tough, right? You might want it, but then not want it, you know? I think on their part, though, what they feel you think is that they think that if it wasn't for that, you might get back with them. I think that they think you also still have feelings for them, but you're just not outright kind of like being overt about it. Okay, you're not being overt about it. You're kind of keeping that to yourself. They think that you're low-key, maybe still want them, still want to be with them, want to reconcile with them, but you're not sharing that outright. At least with them, you're not, right? There could have been, like I said, there could have been deception. Somebody could have been hiding how they really felt in the whole situation. Maybe they were hiding how they felt from you as well. And maybe that's where the deception lies. It could be this feeling of like, they think that that's part of the issue. That if they had shared their feelings with you, okay, maybe you wouldn't be, their true feelings with you, maybe you guys wouldn't be apart right now, maybe you guys wouldn't be in this situation if they had just been honest and open about how they felt, okay? But somebody was hiding something in the situation, and I think that's part of the reason why maybe you guys, if this is somebody that you already know, maybe you guys aren't with each other right now. So, yeah, I mean, this reading can definitely be, like I said in the beginning of the very, very beginning of the video, this could be about romantic situations, could be about familial situation. It could be, as far as a person in your family, it could be a friend, somebody close to you. I don't know who your person is, but it kind of feels like you guys aren't talking right now with these three cards. Maybe you guys haven't connected with one another in some time, but they think that the feelings that you have are still there, but there's too much hurt in the situation perhaps, and that's what keeps you guys apart. But they think that if there was a chance that you would take them back. And it could be that they want to have a second chance and reunite and reconcile. And it could be with this card that they're trying to make their way back to you, okay, in order to have that reconciliation. But I also feel that if they do, there's going to have to be some truth shared to maybe come out of this energy here where somebody feels deceived or that the truth wasn't shared with them. Somebody's going to have to reveal how they truly feel. It could be that maybe they have some truths to share with you. Likewise, you might have truths that you need to share with them. So let's take a look. See with the Victorian Romantic Tarot what we can get. Pile number 2 viewers, your person, what is it that they think you feel? right, let's see. Oh, the Seven of Wands. Okay. That's definitely a fight. We have the Star. This is Aquarius energy and can oftentimes talk about things that are elusive or kind of far away from you, because the stars are that, right? They're up in the sky. They're way up high. We can't touch them. We can look at them from far, but we can't quite reach them. So it kind of feels like somebody's out of reach. Oh, and then we have the Three of Swords. So yeah, some definite heartbreak and loss, sadness associated to this situation or connection. I don't know if it's a three-party situation. That could be possible. This person... Okay, I'm getting the vibe that this person is still, with the Star, admiring you from afar. I think they still have feelings. I think they still have feelings for you. And it feels like with the Seven of Wands, they think that you would fight them off, or that you would push them away with the Seven of Wands because of maybe a deception, or because of a hurt, because of a heartbreak or sadness that they caused, maybe with something they did, or, you know, maybe something they didn't reveal when they should have, or when they had the chance. There is a warrior spirit here in this card with the Seven of Wands, and it does kind of fight people off. But also it's an energy where you fight for something you really care about, something that you want. You do kind of have to fight against the odds. So I'm getting the vibe that this person looks at you like the Star. They really do look at you like the Star. There is a soul connection here. I feel that also with the Star transcends time, space, and all that stuff. Because the Star can talk about the ether, right? Things that are otherworldly, if you know what I mean. That's why it's associated with Aquarius, because Aquarius is very otherworldly energy for all you Aquas out there. You guys are special like that. And I know this from experience because I have a lot of Aquarius people in my life. But anyhow, you guys are otherworldly, and it kind of feels like they look at you like otherworldly. They think that you still feel this connection, or that you still feel this pull towards them, that it hasn't gone away. But it could be with the Seven of Wands. They think that you're fighting this. They think that you're fighting this connection. Again, they are the one, you are the one, and towards each other, basically. You're each other's person, but there's a fight here. You're fighting it. That's what they think. They think you're fighting this connection. You're avoiding it. You're pushing them off or away. You could be also with the Seven of Wands putting up a serious, healthy boundary towards them. And they know this. This is not assumption. This is something they know. Like, they know that you have put up a barrier. And it could be that's why the Star here is feeling elusive. It's up in the sky. You can look, but you can't touch. Right? They think that there's a wall up really high that they can't cross. And all they can do is kind of just admire you from a distance. I think they're heartbroken over this. And I think that they think you're still hurting over this. They know you're still hurting, it kind of feels like, with the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is also conflict of head and heart. So sometimes it's an energy where your heart says one thing, your mind says another. And there's that, you know, unfortunate space in between, right? What do you do in that scenario, right? Your heart feels one thing, but your mind says, heck no, right? What do you do then? It makes it hard. So with the reconciliation card, right, and then the Three of Swords, I'm not necessarily looking at any of these cards as combinations, but considering that it's here as, you know, with each other, I'm looking at the Three of Swords and the reconciliation like, if they come back into your life, and this is what they think. They think that if they come back into your life, that you, again, you will fight what you feel. And that with the Three of Swords, there's too much I'm hearing too much at, like, they think that you feel there's too much to risk. Like, you don't want to risk your heart, okay? Or you don't want to risk that hurt again. That you're afraid, you would be afraid to risk that hurt, or you'd be afraid of getting hurt, and it just wouldn't, you would fight it. So it kind of feels like if they were to try to come back around, there's like a very slim chance. This is what they think. They think that there would be a very slim chance that you would let them back in. Because they think your walls are up high. That you have your walls up high towards them. Right? With the Seven of Wands, I feel like you're fighting it off. You're fighting them off. You put that boundary. There could be like that beautiful connection. Maybe you still feel that cord, but at the end of the day, if there was too much hurt, too much deception, not enough truth, not enough transparency, right? It would make it really hard to trust. That's what this feels like. I get the vibe that they still, like I said, I still think they're not quite over it. And, you know, even if they were in the wrong, they're not over it. They look at you like the star. Like your wish fulfillment to them, right? Because that's what the star is about. It's about wish fulfillment. Why does it remind me of that song by JoJo, right? Oh, man. A Little Too Late. Yep, that's the song. I would look that up. You know it's just a little too late. And you know all the right things to say. You know it's just a little too late. I'm looking at this like, yeah, it's just a little too late. They feel that it's a little too late. I also am getting by, but like, you know, because of that, you know, considering the title of the song, running out of time. I feel like they could be coming back though. They'd be coming back around, or they're considering coming back around, but they know that they have a uphill climb with that one when it comes to you. And I think they know this. I think that they think that you think that if they tried, you're not going to make it easy for them. Definitely not going to make it easy for them. So let's see if we can get a few cards here to clarify what's going on. Pile number 2 viewers, what is it that they think you feel? What is it that your person, pile number 2 viewers, thinks you feel? Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Cool, calm, collected. Like, you're not stressing over this. What? Significant love relationship. Hold on. Yeah, that falls in line with this. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be the one. Yeah, this is a significant situation. I was getting that otherworldly vibe, that, you know, connection that kind of transcends time and space. That definitely falls in line with the star. But there's this feeling of cool, calm, collected on your part. It kind of feels like you're the one who's put the boundary up. They know this. They think this. It's not a thought, or it's not an assumption. It feels like it's a fact that you have put up your walls. You've put up a healthy boundary. Maybe there's too much hurt, that there's like this feeling of no chance in HE double hockey sticks, that they would even, if they would even try to come your way, that you would even give them the time of day. It kind of feels like that you're very calm, cool, collected, and reserved, that you're not showing how you feel. Like, I got that from this earlier. Remember, I was saying how, like, with this deception card, it could be where you're not always truly showing how you feel or demonstrating how you feel. You know, and if it's not somebody from the past, it kind of feels like the same situation really applies. That this could be somebody who really wants something with you, but, you know, they think that you're just hiding how you feel, and you're not really revealing how you feel, that you're putting a boundary or wall up towards them. They admire you from afar. They really would like to be with you. But at the same time, if there's somebody else in the picture, maybe they feel that they can't, they would like to come together with you, right? Because when we think of reconciliation, it could technically also represent coming together, right? You come together, you reunite with somebody maybe. It could kind of go off on that, in that way. But I feel that, yeah, there's something about this where there is a calm, cool, collected vibe you're putting off, or you do not reveal, right? You will never let them see you sweat, is what I'm getting from this. You'll never let them see you sweat. You'll never maybe let them know how you truly feel, because it could be that they lost that I hope this doesn't sound wrong. They lost that privilege, right, of knowing how you feel. Or they don't have that, yeah, you're not going to be vulnerable enough to let them know how you feel, even if you still feel something, or even if you do feel something. I don't know. I don't think this is just anybody, though. I think this is somebody with a very deep connection that you might have or have had with somebody. Over here with this, and the fact that it says that, you know, this could be the one, or maybe they are the one. But yeah, that's what I got. You're definitely not letting them see you sweat, and they think that you have these feelings, but you're not ever going to reveal them or give them the privilege of revealing it to them. And it could be that if they were deceptive in some way, being secretive, maybe not showing who they truly were either, well, they kind of lost, you know, they messed that up for themselves, really, kind of feels like. So yeah, that's what I have. Pile number 2, viewers. Let's take a look at this card to see what it says, if I can grab it. All right, it says, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So I don't know if they think that you have, you know, you're holding on to resentment. Maybe you're not forgiving. Maybe you don't want to forgive. And you're within your right not to, if that's what you feel, you know, is best. So yeah, it kind of feels like, I don't know. And maybe you could be holding on to, you know, the pain of the past, possibly with the 3 of Swords. And that's, you know, what they think, that you're holding on to that pain and you're not going to allow them to come in, that you're too hurt to allow them to come back into your life. Even though it feels like over here that they want to come back in, I still think they dream about you, or they think about you from afar, or they admire you from afar, but your walls are up. They know this. There's really, it kind of feels like the odds are stacked against them, and they know this, or they assume this about you. And the 3 of Swords is just, could be, you know, basically a 3-party situation, or if it's not a third person, it could be a situation that just doesn't allow it to be. Sometimes love just isn't enough. It could be a lot of other circumstances involved in a situation that doesn't allow for 2 people to be together. Okay. And that's why it kind of feels like if that is what it is, it could be why they think that the odds are stacked against them when it comes to you. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. This is your reading. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps. And if you ever want to take it a step further to support what I do, consider checking me out on Etsy. I do have crystal jewelry there, as well as personal readings when available. I know that I have not had personal readings up in the shop for a week or 2. I apologize for that. I've just been swamped with crystal jewelry orders that I've been trying to get out, and unfortunately I'm only one person. So as soon as I get caught up, I promise that I will put more personal reading options available in the shop again. Okay, so much love to you wherever you are. Pile number 2 viewers, take care of yourselves and keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose this lovely piece of malachite as your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There is a message on the back of this, so I will be sure to incorporate this into the reading closer to the end. We are looking at your person. Could be romantic, could be a friend, could be a family member. I don't know who your person is, but we'll leave it open to all types of scopes of relationships. But we want to find out, what is it that they think that you feel? And real quick before I get started, there is rain, like lots of rain coming down right now. So if you hear it pouring in the background, that's why. We're going to start first with the Romance Angels cards. We want to find out, what is it that they think your person, in whatever that dynamic might be, what is it that your person thinks you feel? Okay, about them, about the situation. What is it that they think you feel about them, about the situation? Let's see. Take a look, and then we'll grab the tarot. Okay, so optimism. It says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, so it kind of feels like they think that you're feeling optimistic about the connection with them, about the situation with them. So far, so good. So let's see what the tarot says. We're looking at the Victorian Romantic Tarot, by the way. So what is it that your person thinks you feel? Pile number 3 viewers, your person, what is it that they think that you feel about them, about the situation, about connection? Whoa, okay. Wait, the 10 of Wands, interesting. Let's see what else we get. What is it that they think you feel? Pile number 3 viewers. All right, so we have the 10 of Wands, we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is looking okay. This is looking good. What this is giving me vibes of is that your person, okay, they feel that, I don't know if you have a lot on your plate. They think that you might have a lot going on. You might have a lot on your plate. You might have decisions and things that you are reassessing or reevaluating, whether it be in your life or maybe in the relationship. Maybe you have some things to consider. They think that you have some options probably, or a choice to make, but they're trying to stay optimistic. They think that the outcome will be optimistic with them, is also what I'm getting from this. It kind of feels like they think that that you, once this burden or thing that you have going on, because I feel like some of you are busy right now and you got a lot on your plate, so they think that you feel that as soon as you can put this yoke down or whatever it is and this thing gets out the way, that you will have time for them, is what I'm getting vibes of. So I don't know if pile number 3 viewers, you guys are busy bees. You're working hard. Again, the 10 of Wands can talk about labor. It can talk about having a lot on your plate. 7 of Wands can talk about toil and plugging away at something and reassessing everything, you know, up, down, left, right, center. The same could be applied to the relationship. You could technically, they think that you are reassessing or evaluating the connection in some way. Maybe you have a choice, but they're trying to stay optimistic. They think that the outcome will be optimistic. And if you guys can let go of the burdens and lay the yoke down, that you and your person will get through this. Okay. This is what they think you feel, or that you are contemplating. They think that you have a choice to make, and that maybe you're at a crossroads in the relationship with them, or just with life in general. It may not even have to apply to them, but there could be a scenario where they think that, again, you just have a lot going on here with the 10 of Wands. You might be at a crossroads in your life, and you're reassessing and reevaluating things in general when it comes to your life. And that maybe once this gets out of the way, because the 10 is a card of endings, it'll work out between you. It kind of feels like there's a thorn in somebody's side for now. It might not even be relationship related, but that thorn, once it gets out the way, then everything can just be smooth sailing when it comes to the relationship, it feels like. And that's why this card here is saying, you know, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You know, it could be that, again, some of you could be multitasking. You could just have so much going on. It's like, if only I can get this out of the way, then I'll have time for love, or I'll be able to, you know, devote more time to love and relationships. I kind of feel like this person is also optimistic that once these things get out of your way, that you will have time for them and that things will work out for them and you to be together. Two of Wands can talk about a choice or a decision or a journey. You can choose A, you can choose B, you can go left, you can go right. And it feels like, again, they think that you have a choice. Maybe right now you're choosing your duties with the 10 of Wands. Your obligations, right, are priority at this time. They think that, you know, that is what you feel, that right now your priorities or your obligations or the things that you have to take care of come first. And then again, like I said, once that gets out of the way, you could put that yoke down. Maybe that will be over and done with. You'll have more time for them. The 10 of Wands, though, is definitely an ending, a card of ending. It's a number 10, so it completes the wands in of that suit, right? Completes that suit, last card in that suit. So this is feeling like there's certain things that are wrapping themselves up, and they think that once that wraps itself up, then with the 7 of Pentacles, you'll be able to nurture the connection, nurture the relationship. I also feel like for some of you, this is you reevaluating also the relationship itself. You could already be in a relationship. Maybe you've had your struggles, you had challenges with the 10 of Wands, and maybe you're at a crossroads with them. They think and maybe know that you're at a crossroads with them and that you're reevaluating how you feel about them. But again, they're trying to stay optimistic about that the outcome would be in their favor or positive. Like, what do they say? Hunger Games, may the odds be in your favor. Or, yeah, may the odds be in your favor. That's what it kind of feels like with this reading. The reason why I say with the 7 of Pentacles that it can talk about reevaluating, because a lot of times, you know, we in our life, we are oftentimes the gardener, and we are reevaluating our garden. Think of this as an analogy, right? We're reevaluating our garden and we want to see how things can prosper in our garden. Sometimes we have to cut things out, make adjustments in order to help the garden grow. Cutting away the dead branches, the dead leaves, trimming, pruning, watering, right? Reevaluating our soil, the condition of our soil and things like that. And it kind of feels like sometimes we do that in our relationships, whether it be in our friendships, in situations or scenarios with people. Sometimes we can reevaluate the scenario in a relationship or our connections. And it kind of feels like they think that that's what you're doing. You're reevaluating them or reevaluating whether maybe for some of you this is something you want to continue. Like if you can get past the struggles or the problems, I would say probably with the 10 of Wands, they think that if you guys can get over that, you might reconsider. Because the 7 of Pentacles is that pivotal moment where we decide, am I going to continue to keep nurturing this connection, or am I going to just throw in the towel? Am I going to keep giving it my energy, my attention, in the hopes that it prospers and becomes more than what it is right now? Some of you could be doing that. They think that you're doing that. They assume that that's what you're doing. You're reevaluating whether this relationship has a chance to continue. The thing is that they are staying optimistic about it. They're hoping that there will be a positive outcome when it comes to them, and that you won't throw in the towel and call it quits. Because again, the 2 of Wands can talk about a choice, and you're at a crossroads. So if you're feeling that you're at a crossroads in the relationship, they feel that, you know, you might make the choice to maybe cut them off or away, and call it quits. Or again, 50-50 chance, it could be that you choose to continue to nurture the connection, work on it, right? Toil and labor with the 7 of Pentacles in order to see what it can become. Hopefully it can improve. You know, maybe it will become better or more than what it is right now, but it has to be, you know, nurtured, tended to. Things need adjusted, reevaluated, see what it needs, what it doesn't need, get rid of what's working, get rid of what's not working, keep what is. Sorry. And it is this feeling of maybe they think that that's what you're doing. You're looking it up, down, left, right, center to see, okay, what does this relationship need? Is this really what I want? Does this have the ability to go the distance? Nonetheless, no matter what the situation is, whether this is you reevaluating the relationship and making a choice about them, or this is life happening all around you, you know, maybe the reevaluating you're doing isn't about the relationship at all, but maybe it's about your life in general. And everything that you got going on. It's like, how am I going to fit love into this? Or how am I going to make this work when I have all these things happening and going on, all these things on my plate? Nonetheless, no matter what the scenario is, they think that you will favor them positively, okay, when all is said and done. Because there is, you know, this card about staying optimistic and having faith in the connection and thinking positively. So they think that they have a good chance, even if you are reevaluating some things or trying to figure it out. They think that there's a good chance you will, again, favor them is what I keep getting. Favor them positively. Also, because it's a Two of Wands is here, and this is how they think you're feeling, right? It's also giving me the vibe that they think that the choice is up to you. This is your call. Whether you stay, whether you go, whether you give them the time of day after all these things fall off your plate and you're not so busy as you were, you know, once were. Yeah, so let's see if we can get a few cards to get a little bit more information. It kind of feels like with the Seven of Pentacles, there's definitely some things that need worked on in the connection, and with the Ten of Wands, some things that need to be put aside if you can help it, in order to help the connection thrive with the Seven of Pentacles. But let's see, pile number 3 viewers. What do they think you feel about this connection, about the relationship? Also, the feeling is, it's like if it's just situational, let's say, circumstantial, right? They feel that you will give it the effort that it deserves, the connection, once all these things are off your plate. Okay, because effort with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like they're hoping that you will give it the effort, go that extra mile, once these things are not in the way anymore. They think you're willing to work on it and choose to work on it. They think that you will choose to work on the connection as soon as you can, basically, as soon as you can catch a breath, if it's because you're busy and multitasking. But at the same time, it's like the same thing applies if it's the reevaluation of the connection. They think that you will choose them or choose to work on it when everything's said and done. So let's see. What do they think you feel? Pile number 3 viewers. Let's see. What do they think you feel? Oh, you know what? I grabbed 3, so we're going to just go with that. Rest and relaxation. Makes sense. It's like if you got a lot going on and you have so much on your plate and it's like, right? How can I fit love into this? How can I make this work when I'm always working, or I got so much on my plate right now? Maybe they think that once you have a moment to breathe, right, rest and relaxation, you will give the connection the attention that it deserves. So they're trying to stay optimistic about it. Learning and training, I don't know, career-wise, maybe that's where some of you have your focus, or that is what your priority is. Could be education, like some of you could be going back to school, learning a new career or trade or something like that. You could be busy with your study, busy with your work, training for a new job. Again, we do have pentacles here on the table, so I can't help but wonder if, you know, maybe part of the circumstance, it's not that you're reevaluating the relationship, but it's like reevaluating your time, your energy. Maybe you haven't had a moment to breathe or rest or have a date night or, you know, have that Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean. Because you've been busy working, learning, maybe you're focusing on your education, that's your priority. And it's like having to be pulled like a tug of war between love and your obligations or your career or your circumstances. That feels like the Two of Wands, right? You're at a crossroads. One road is them, the other one is your career, and it's like you're stuck in the middle, right? Between two people, or not two people, I'm sorry, two things. One of them is your focus, your priority as far as your career could be, and then the other one is love, right? So it's kind of like trying to find that balance or happy medium between love and your current priorities, with the Two of Wands there. So let's see. Yeah, look. Restrictions, limitations, there's just a lot on the plate or in the way. With the Ten of Wands. And it's like once these restrictions or limitations get out the way, you know, they think that you will give the relationship the energy that it needs. I kind of feel like this person is understanding, though, of whatever it is you're trying to reevaluate or trying to adjust in your schedule or in your life to make things happen. I think they're understanding as well that you have, you know, you have things that you have to take care of or you have a choice to make. I think there are some limitations, could be restrictions in some way, blockages that have just been keeping you guys from connecting or being together or working on the relationship properly. Once those things or those limitations or restrictions with that Ten of Wands gets lifted, it does look favorable that you guys would work on it and give it the time and energy that the connection maybe deserves. But right now you're kind of like stuck in the middle between love and other things that you have going on. Likewise, I feel that if it's not that you have a lot of or a ton of obligations going on that's keeping you from, you know, making or helping the relationship work out to the best of its ability, then it could be that, again, you, like I said, you're reevaluating the connection. They know this. They think that no matter what happens at the end of the day, you'll find a way to make this work. And that maybe you can put the problems aside and thrive or make the relationship thrive or work because, you know, it has potential. And that in the meantime, you guys are learning from what you're going through. There have been some limitations or some blockages or things just getting in the way. But once, you know, we work on that, you get those out of the way, you guys can just, again, breathe, right? Ease into the relationship again because you can get over those hurdles and then heal is what this is feeling like. So let's see what this card says, pile number 3 viewers. That's what you chose. Let's see. Oh, okay. It says, my beloved, although we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So, okay, I have to go back over here because if the limitation is like geographical, okay, like they live somewhere else, you're here in one country, they're in another, let's say, that could be part of the limitation. That could be why this is saying you guys are, you know, apart. If it's COVID lockdowns, okay, with the limitation card, that could also be the problem. And with the Two of Wands, kind of like being in that in-between space. Too much going on, too much on the plate, too many restrictions, limitations getting in the way of the connection. Once things calm down, it kind of feels like then maybe there's a good chance that you guys can work on it. I think that they're optimistic and that you feel positively about them enough to wait for these things to be lifted, right? If there's restrictions to be lifted, you can finally work on the connection and make your way to one another is kind of what this is saying. But no matter what the space is between you, okay? No matter what the space is between you, whether it's geographical, whether it's circumstantial, whether it's problems that need to be, worked on between you, this feels positive in a sense that they are hopeful and they think that you feel positively about them, that you will be willing to work on it and wait it out is also what I'm getting from this, because there is love there. All right. Spiritually, we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So there's definitely love there between you guys. And they think you feel that love too. So pile number 3, this is your reading. This is what I have for you. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction does help this channel grow. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, please check me out on Etsy. The link to my shop is in the description box down below. I do have handmade crystal jewelry that I make with my 2 hands on my free time because I'm super creative, and I also have personal readings when available. I know that I have not had personal readings up in the last 2 weeks. I apologize for that, but I've been swamped with a lot of crystal jewelry orders that I've been trying to get caught up with, and as soon as that calms down a little bit, I will definitely have personal readings back up in my shop again. So much love to you wherever you are. Pile number 3 viewers, take care of yourselves, okay? And keep shining.